So it's early Monday morning and we're going to head off for a little bit of a ride down Naihan and roundabouts, maybe up Monkey Hill. We'll see how we go.
What time is it?
Just after 6. Looks like there's only us and tour vans on the road.
Sorry, 2 days before Jamie's birthday. And do you know that we've been here for like 10 months?
10 months?
Yeah, 10 months. And I've been thinking about what it was like when we first got here. And I seem to remember it slightly different than you, I think. I mean, I remember that when we turned up, it did nothing but rain for 3 weeks, maybe 4 weeks. And there was like crazy flooding and roads slipping away. And, you know, we had sold up everything at home, moved our whole life over here, and I thought, have we done the right thing? How do you remember it?
Roses.
Roses?
Roses.
That's what I thought.
No, it was good. It was good. It was tour van number 2.
But I was just thinking about all the things that when you first move to somewhere like Phuket, it all seems quite overwhelming, like finding accommodation. I mean, that's actually something that we thought would go a lot easier. And I think it's just a little warning for other people that are thinking about moving here in particular, is that you can't judge it by other times you've been in the past, because you might have found it easy to get accommodation. But when you're looking for long-term accommodation and it's high season, yeah, expect there to be a shortage and for the prices to have gone through the roof, and for there to be really no negotiation even though you're looking for a long-term rental. That was a pretty stressful thing at first, because we had accommodation for a month, but then we didn't have anything. But I think if you have watched prior videos, I have detailed what it felt like to feel like we were potentially going to be homeless. Do you remember that feeling, Dean?
No.
But you know, all's well that ends well, and we did find somewhere to live after a little bit of moving round. Oh, we're just going past a soy dog.
That's gold. That's gold. You don't get to see that when the camera's facing us.
I know. I was just going to explain that we're just going past a soy dog that's lying in the middle of the road.
We've had the discussion on whether the camera should be facing us or looking out to see what I see, and I think it's better off camera facing forward and you get to see what's on the road and the surrounding area than looking at our two mugs. I'm not the editor-in-chief, so we'll run with it.
It's always how these things work out. It's like, I'm the one that uploads the video every week, and then you...
Yeah, I put my 2 cents in.
Pardon?
I put my 2 cents in.
Yeah, and it's like, I think about what I'd like to watch, and sure, some scenery of bike riding along's nice, but in general, I'd rather watch the people. But yeah, turn it round. My dream of having an unedited bit of footage is slowly dying.
Yeah, but you can cut a section out and then start again. So we've just pulled over for a second and chucked the camera onto a stick so Luke can video early morning in Phuket, and we can still do voiceover on the mics.
never really get tired of the scenery around here. You know, there's everything. There's the beaches, the greenery, the flash resorts, the old village shacks. It really is like a tale of two cities around here.
When we originally decided to come over, it was like, oh, we won't really do too much for a year, you know, just find some accommodation, settle in, and have a year of just chilling out, getting on top of work stuff. But 10 months in, we decided to start looking for a house, and I think that's a testament to how good it is living over here. You know, like if you're not comfortable in your own city, in your own place that you're living, it's not that hard to pick up sticks and move and give it a try somewhere else.
Yeah, that's actually a really good point, and something that I've learned along this journey is that I always used to be very much a home country person. I was really proud to be a New Zealander, and I always felt that like New Zealand was home, and that's where I would end up, and that's where I would always come back to. But actually what this journey has told me is that, like, not to sound corny or anything, but home really is where the heart is. And I think our hearts are here in Phuket right now, and this is where we're happiest. This is our local beach, Naihan. This is absolutely gorgeous. We're in what's known as low season or rainy season or monsoon season, and it's actually been really, really good. We haven't had hardly any rain at all, but what you do get is pretty heavy sea conditions. Very sadly, there's been 5 people drowned this week in Phuket by not obeying the red flags that tell you not to swim in particular areas because of rips and things like that. So tragically, 5 people have died. I'm gonna get off the bike for a second and
peel yourself off.
Yeah, and I'm gonna show you what it's like today. And in actual fact, I don't think it's as bad as it's been, but yeah, it's still a little bit crazy. Yeah, here's where you get the beach massages if you so wish. It's quite nice and cool this morning because it's windy, but generally I think it's too hot for an outside massage, but hey, that's just me. Yeah, I mean, it never looks as bad on camera. It probably looks like gentle rolling waves to you, but there are rips, hidden rips. Don't swim where there are red flags. That's what we're telling you. Please listen. Yeah, so the other thing that you have to get sorted when you first come to Thailand, well, within the first 3 months, is one assumes that you will have arrived with an international driving license, which will be sufficient for you to rent a scooter or a car or whatever like that in the first 3 months. But even though your IDL might have an expiry of 2 years, it's only valid for 3 months here. So you really want to get that sorted because they quite often ask to see your passport in conjunction with your international driver's license so they can tell how long you've been here. And that all seems quite confusing as well when you're new to it, but it's really a pretty straightforward process.
If you're coming here for a month or more, I would just go straight out to the Honda riding school, and they do a 3-day course. They supply the bikes and everything. Do you remember the cost?
It was 2,000 baht.
It's 2,000 baht, so like 100 New Zealand dollars, 80 US or 60 US or whatever it is. And that is absolutely awesome. It's a good laugh. It's an easy course to do, and it just gets you your bike license. And if you've got your car license from your own country, you can transfer that over too. So it's really good.
So we are up at Windmill Viewpoint. So there's the windmill, and here is the view. Look at this. You have the Nai Ham Resort off in the distance. Nai Ham Beach. Following round to Yanui Beach. Yeah, it's absolutely beautiful up here. Got the viewpoint at sunset. This is usually quite filled with people. Oh, Dean's taken his helmet off. Lucky Dean, not me. I am permanently with my helmet on. Yeah, look at that, isn't it amazing?
Oh, hello. Hello, Papa.
Dean, I think he's hungry.
Hello. Hello.
Hello, doggy.
Oh, yes.
Give him a pat.
Oh, yes. Oh.
Oh, who's a good doggy?
Each other.
Oh, you're a good dog.
Oh, yes.
Bye bye, doggies.
You come over and say hello.
Well, that one might bite your hand off.
Hello. There we go.
Come on. Oh, you're all noise and no action. Oh, that's good, isn't it? Oh, that's good. Come on now. Hello, hello. Hello, you're all noise and no action. Yes. Yes. He doesn't like the camera, I don't think, Dean. Yes, you don't like the camera. You do. No, you don't. Yeah, so with the driver's license situation, it's just a matter of gathering up the applicable documents and taking them to the driver's license office in Old Phuket town. And you make an appointment on that day. They filter through all your paperwork and make sure that you've got everything that you need. And then they give you an appointment date in the coming weeks or months, depending on how busy it is. During high season, it was taking some people, you know, like at least a couple of months before they could get an appointment. So just be aware of that. Like when you come here, you might want to get onto that quite quickly because it might take you a while to get an appointment. I'm going to get off for a second and show you Yanui Beach. Oh yeah, I come down here occasionally for a beach cleanup, and lots of people are like, there's not much rubbish at Yanui, but with these monsoon kind of conditions, every day the sea is pushing rubbish up onto the beach, and you can see today that yeah, it's not as pristine as it normally is. There's quite a lot of rubbish, so might have to come back later with my rubbish sack. It's only a little beach, Yanui, but it's a beautiful little beach and we like to keep it clean. That's the thing, most of this rubbish does not come from the beach. It comes from the sea. And so many things from fishing boats, like rope, fishing hooks, all that ends up here. And you know the thing I'm most surprised about? Cigarette lighters, like hundreds of them. What the hell? It's just so bad. But yeah, so go to the driver's license centre with all your documents. I can give you a list of that if anyone's interested. Just things like copy of your driver's license, your international driver's license, all that kind of thing. Copy of your passport, your applicable visa and entry stamp, and yeah, you get your appointment. And on appointment day, pretty straightforward. You go in. I mean, when you're a foreigner, it all seems really strange because it's kind of organised chaos. Like there's all these people in this big room, and you don't kind of know what order anything's going to happen in. But like everything in Thailand, it does end up happening the way it should. And you basically have this appointment where you do a little brake test. So they've got a brake and accelerator set up, and when you see the lights turning red, you have to do a brake test. I think you do that 3 times, and if you're successful, that you pass that part of the test. And then they do a test where they flash out different coloured lights, and you just have to call out what colour they are. And if you pass that test, that's you. You get your Thai driver's license. And the awesome thing about it is that they issue it that very same day before you leave. So you get your little plastic driver's license. If you're wanting a car license and a motorbike license, they are 2 separate licenses. So you get 2 driver's license cards. But yeah, I remember just feeling so happy the day I got my Thai driver's license. I felt like I really had relocated here. It felt like I was a Thai resident. That's what it felt like. And actually that driver's license does get you some perks around and about the town. For instance, at Blue Tree Lagoon, you get the Thai residence price. So instead of paying, I think it's like 1,100 baht for the day, you pay 650 baht for the day. I mean, that's an amazing discount, and that's what we get for having our Thai driver's license. And a few of the touristy type venues offer that same sort of discount for Thai residents. So yeah, definitely get onto that as soon as you get here. Get your driver's license, and then you'll really feel like you're at home. Have you got anything more to add about the whole driver's license situation?
No, I just can't stress how good that riding course is. That Honda riding course is just the fastest, easiest way to get your scooter license, you know? Because otherwise you can just get lost in the system if you just try and do all the processing yourself.
Yes, and even for people like that are brand new to motorbike riding, that course can assist you into getting confident with your riding, and then yes, it gives you the paperwork to get your Thai license.
Love this dog. What is he up to?
This dog it's like he's got halfway and he can't decide whether to go the full way or not. There are a lot of street dogs in Thailand. They call them soy dogs. Soy obviously is street in Thai, and I know it can be hard for us that come from Western places to see all these dogs that are living on the street, but they actually do have quite a kind system that works quite well for these dogs here in Phuket. and it's mainly managed by a foundation called Soy Dog, who make sure that the dogs are rounded up, they're given their vaccinations, they are neutered and spayed, and then they're put back on the street because there's not a home, unfortunately, for all of these dogs. But it is about controlling the breeding, making sure that they're healthy. And the other thing is that there are a lot of local people and also expat foreigners who do a daily feeding schedule with all of these dogs. So it's actually quite rare, at least in our area and in our experience, to see hungry soy dogs. They're all well fed, and actually some of them are quite fat. And they're, in the main, they're all pretty friendly. So, it's not a perfect world and it's not a perfect system, but I think that they manage the situation reasonably well. They generally don't euthanize the dogs if they're healthy, because that's not their belief system. So it's more about looking after them and making sure that they're doing as well as they can. Now we are coming down to Rawai beachfront.
There's McCaw, Party Central.
Yeah, we just went past McCaw where we're going to have a party in a couple of weeks. I love it down here. Now this is not a beach that you swim at, it's a beach where all the longboats and speedboats leave from to go out to Ratcha Island, Coral Island, places like that. And so it's not the best for swimming, but it's so picturesque and it's so beautiful for walking. It's so peaceful. Over the side you can see all the shops. We've got tops and all the massage places. There's bars and restaurants, things like that. It's a cool little town, Rawai beachfront. I mean, there were all these other here, but we showed you last week the big development, and that's the front of it. That's going to be, I don't know, is it going to be good for Rawai? I asked that question last week too. I'm not sure. A lot of our friends that have lived here for quite a while are not thinking it's going to be great because, Rawai's kind of traditionally a sleepy little seaside town, and now it's getting pretty popular, and a big development like that will definitely change the face of Rawai for sure. But who knows, we will see. I mean, you live the life you want to in any particular area, eh? You don't have to get hooked up in anything you don't want to, so we will carry on having our life of pickleball, Muay Thai, beaches, and fruit smoothies, and happy days. So I'm trying to remember back to any other things in the early days that caused any anxiety or felt difficult, but really, I mean, most of the difficulty is in your mind, just because you're not used to it. It's different to how things are done at home, and you've got to remember that this is Thailand, and you got to relax and do things their way, and not be stuck in doing it your way. And quite often that means a lot of waiting around, but as they say in Thailand, sabai. Relax, take your time, don't be in a hurry, and you'll get there. Just be patient. The other thing here when you're dealing with the authorities, or anybody for that matter, in Thailand, is don't get angry. Never raise your voice. That is not a done thing here. You know, you can speak firm and polite, but not with anger. Yeah, and certainly never with a raised voice. So that's a good thing to remember, because things will not go well for you if that's the tactic that you have. So yeah, get organised, get all your paperwork that you need for immigration or for your driver's license. Make sure you have everything that is required. But don't be alarmed if you don't. They always have a photocopy centre nearby. Just bring all your passport, your marriage certificate if that's applicable to your visa, etc. You know, bring it along, and you'll be able to sort it out on the day. But yeah, after those first few months, yeah, things definitely settle down, and then you can start getting into your normal life here in Phuket. And I think, yeah, like Dean doesn't really remember any of the initial worries with the weather or the paperwork and all that, because he's just settled in to life in Phuket. Hey, Dino.
Yep. Love it. Nice and easy.